Hey, welcome to the AV App Show. I'm your host, Matt D. Scott. Again, this is the AV App Show on avnation.tv. I'm joined today by my good friend and compatriot, Phil Hi-Fi Cordell. You know him as the AV professional.
Sup?
So,
Hey, buddy.
nice. Hey, how are you?
I'm great, man.
Good, good, good. We first of all, we must apologize for missing most of November, as most of our couple of listeners know. We're both expecting our firstborn sons actually, and that is making life a little extra complicated as far as scheduling. Add into it the lovely Thanksgiving dinner weekend thing, which I had a great time. Did you have a good time?
I had an excellent time, and yeah, most of my November actually was taken up in giving thanks. I mean, that's almost a full-time activity.
It really is. To give thanks properly, it requires dedication
hmm
and lots of effort.
Lots to be
But
grateful for.
exactly. But anyways, we're back. We're ready to go. We've got a wonderful app for you today on episode 12 of the AV App Show. We're going to kick right into it, and I'm just going to kick up my screen share, and we'll be good to go. What do you say?
I can hardly wait.
That's so wonderful. All right, today we are going to look at the Kramer matrix. Now, Phil, you and I were both in. There we go. We were both in Orlando for the CI Summit, and one of the companies that was there that I spent a little bit of time with was Kramer, and this was something that they were showing off a little bit. I know it's not brand new, but it's still really, really cool. So what it does, as you can see right here, excuse me, is it's a full matrix. It gives you essentially access to every single product they make. So if you're coming in and you're looking for something you don't really know exactly what you need, say you need a scaler or a scan converter. We use a lot of scalers to make sure everything looks good in our presentations, and you can go right through and pick a presentation scanner and look at that. It shows you every current presentation scanner that they make, which I got to be honest is really stinking cool. You can go in and even drill right down to the actual product, which is phenomenal. Looking at this one, which is a 21 input pro scale with balanced audio. This would be something that we might see in a production facility or a corporate venue that does a lot of their own in-house production. Even into stuff like this that again is just another great input scaler switcher, and it gives you all this lovely thing, including features and specifications. And it's literally their, not only is it their website, but it's essentially, as I said, every single product that they make, even down to their rack assemblies. Which I got to be honest, being able to look at wall plates and know exactly what I need, either as I'm on site or going through a spec, is pretty stinking cool. I gotta say that I'm really a big fan of it. What do you say?
Man, that's got a whole heck of a lot of information, that's for sure. Here's a question. Do you know, does it store all of this information locally, or does it have to reach out to the web and kind of cache it, for you to view later?
That's a wonderful question. I don't know that for certain, although if I kick off my Wi-Fi, let's see what happens. Oh, I'll lose my screen share. Let's not kick off my Wi-Fi.
Sorry, man. Didn't mean to throw you for a curveball like that.
Yeah. All right, so we'll test that out. Actually, now that we've kicked it, I'll test it right now. You just won't see it because, well, we're doing that.
We'll just have to take your word for it, man.
I'm going to verify, and of course now I'm on LTE.
You've got a very trustworthy face, though. I'll go ahead and say that.
It's the beard, it is.
hmm
I'm gonna guess that it is available offline. Although, let's be honest, most people in our business are not carrying around an iPad for this type of use without having access to either Wi-Fi or some form of network access. Um, so yeah, I don't know that for certain, but we'll look into that. We'll check that out. We'll throw an update up on the site for you. But I got to say, it seems to be a very intensive app. I know they have a lot of this information available on their website, but it's really handy to have it just in this quick drill down format. So I gotta say, I'm a huge fan. I like it a lot. What do you think, my friend?
And I dig it. A lot of information to be had. You know, it's a catalog app essentially, and there is nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I saw some things from Kramer that I liked at the CI Summit, and I say that because it kind of surprised me. I hate to say that, but I mean, I was, their VIA wireless product. I was actually really surprised that impressed me as much as it did. And so, based on the strength of that product alone, I'd be willing to take a closer look at their product catalog. And there might not be a better way to do that than through this app that you just showcased.
No, not at all. I think the app really allows it to, A, be very accessible and be really, really organized. That's kind of one of my occasional complaints about some manufacturers' websites is that it can be very difficult to find the information you need if you don't know the model number or if you don't know exactly what category it fits through. Same as you, we've used Kramer on and off for quite a few years, and we've been using it more recently. And this has been very helpful for me to be able to go through. And to me, this is like I'm old school, man. I don't know about you, but I'm very old school. I love to thumb through a catalog and actually flip some pages.
Right.
And I never get that experience on a website. I'm really feeling that I'm getting this experience on this iPad and this iPad app. So I got to say, I'm a huge fan. So why don't we go ahead and rate this sucker? What do you say?
Absolutely, man.
What shall we rate it in? I'm actually thinking like stacks of catalogs.
All right, I like it. Catalogs it is.
Nice. What do you think in there, my friend?
I would give this a solid 4. It doesn't claim to do anything that it does not do. I mean, the app does what it says it's going to do. Perhaps I wish that it did a little bit more, but it doesn't claim to do more. It does exactly what it says it will do. So based on that, I'm very comfortable giving it 4 stacks of catalogs.
Yeah, I gotta agree. At four is very easy to come to terms on because again, it's not claiming to do all this. It's literally just claiming to be a product matrix, and it does that phenomenally well. As I said, I'm a huge fan of it. We use the products. I use this in the field a lot. It's a great little app. So we're gonna go there and cut it and say, boom, you get 4 stacks of catalogs, Kramer Matrix. We like you. You're available on iPad, iPhone, I believe, but definitely iPad. It's really effective on the iPad. It's also available in the Android store. And guess what, my friend?
What?
Free.
What?
It's
No, really,
free.
what? I couldn't hear you. Oh, okay, thanks.
It's a free app, as you would expect. But again, nonetheless, it's always nice to see that an app is free.
It is. It absolutely is. And I mean, that's, beneficial to both sides. Obviously, for Kramer, the more they can get into your head to spec their product, the better off they'll be from a sales standpoint.
Exactly. I like it. I'm a fan of it. So hopefully some of you Kramer guys that use Kramer a lot, you go ahead and start using this in the field. And for all you guys that don't really deal with Kramer, maybe you should take a look at them. And this app, the Kramer Matrix, is a great way to take a closer look at Kramer and figure some stuff out. So I think that really sums it up for this episode of the AV App Show. You got anything else you want to add, my friend?
No, sir. Straight up kilted. Good job, my friend.
Beautiful. All right, that is it for this episode of the AV App Show. We want to thank you all for listening and watching and doing that thing, and hopefully go download this from either the iOS store or the Google Play Store, and yeah, use it. Let us know if you like it. That is all the time we have tonight for the AV App Show. I'm Matt Scott. You can find me online at Matt D. Scott on Twitter, as well as at Omega Audio Video and jazz like that. Literally just Google me. I'm pretty easy to find. Where can they find you, my friend?
You can catch me on Twitter at the_AV_pro. Find me on my website, theavprofessional.com, or on YouTube if you want, youtube.com/high fidelity, HIPHIDELITY.
That is all the time we have tonight. Again, thanks for checking us out on avnation.tv. You can find this show as well as a bunch of other shows, including I know a rapper friend who's got a pretty killer little weekly ditty that he throws down every week. Why don't you
That's
just
right.
plug that real quick?
That's right, man. I know everybody out there's got at least 3 minutes to become hip to all that's going on in the technology world. Check out my new show on avnation.tv, Technology Wrap, where in about 2.5 minutes I wrap up just four of the highlights of our technological week, if you will.
It's a great show. I was glad to be a part of it, actually at the summit, and yeah, it's phenomenal. Check it out. That's all the time we have tonight. Check out avnation.tv, and we'll see you guys next time.
The network for the AV industry.
What are you listening to?
This
This is AV.
This
is AV Nation.
This is AV Nation.